To the Pies Footy Show this Wednesday evening. We're going to talk about the match preview, the events at training, and we are going to react to Fly's presser from today. It's time for all things black and white. Good evening, everyone. I hope we're all super well and looking forward more and more to the game on Saturday night. I'll be going with the fellow Pies footy comrade in Ben Zero. If you're in the chat, mate, g'day. Hope you're well. And my brother, so that will be good fun. I just want to make sure, have I got this rolling properly? Let's have a quick squiz. Make sure we're all good. This is just the pazzing out in me that sort of wigs out when we do these sort of things. Ela Manny Costa Buise Nato Hawk. I liked your comment. Manny, in the video for training today. You said, what did Manny say? Manny goes, you're supposed to be watching Darcy Moore like a hawk, and it takes you an hour to realize that he's not training. Anani, Gick. The farm, welcome. Hope you're well. Good evening, Anthony. Hope you're well too, sir. Appreciate it. RJ, welcome. Yes, we were at training today, and definitely a lot of observations being made, and the main one is the fact that Darcy Moore wasn't there. So what we'll do in a couple minutes, we're going to let a couple more people roll through. We're on the day of Fly's presser, I want to start doing a live reaction with you guys and sort of break it down together. Usually Fly this year, he hasn't missed with many of his press conferences. There's always value around what he speaks about. Reza, how are you? Jordan, welcome. Welcome. Now you watched Geordie. Are we pulling the trigger? From what I could see, Geordie did not miss a single beat at training. Even the conditioning side of the session, where you could excuse him for not doing, he did. So if you're asking me, if I put my Fly McRae cap on and I could pick that team, I'm putting Geordie to go as a sub against Brisbane and then make him a sub as well against Hawthorn. For Hill, Hill's got to start. Hill has to start. Bobby Hill must start. You know what? For the early birds, let's have a look at this Fly press conference, and we can talk about it from there because he addresses every single point, and we can dive deep into it. All right. I'm hoping this doesn't warrant a copyright strike. Surely not. Get that flush.
Maybe a case we might just...
All right, let's do it.
Craig, no Darcy Moore out there today. Is he all good?
Yeah, no, he's just a bit stiff and sore in the back this morning. At this stage, we're thinking he should be fine.
Bobby Hill looks great.
First point then, and just let me know in the chat if you can hear that loud and clear, by the way, before we get going. But the first point that was raised was Darcy Moore's absence. Waking up to a sore back and to the point where you can't attend training tells me it's not a nice back niggle. Maybe he had a back spasm, and for anyone who has back issues, we're not going to immediately assume that it's a spasm, but you can hear me, cool. You have to, like, if you do your back and you're not rocking up to training, you're pretty damn sore. Now, I know that with some back injuries, it's the acute phase, the initial couple days to do with the injury, it can be pretty severe and you're almost non-ambulant. You're pretty much incapacitated. So hopefully it's just one of those ones. But I don't know about you guys in the chat. I'm not entirely sold on the fact that Darcy Moore will be available for the game against Brisbane. That's my gut feeling. Being there at training, Dan McStay doing a lot of work with the defensive team. Expected to play doesn't mean he's going to play to me, champ. I saw training, man. I saw what McStay was doing. McStay was training in the back line. Darcy Moore was at home nursing his back. I'm just saying Darcy Moore could miss. That's all. I'm here to tell you first. Hey, legends, can't stay. I have mum's 70th, mate. All good, Benny. All good, mate. Watch it back in retrospect. No dramas. Thank you for the 5. And more importantly, see you on Saturday, mate. Can't wait. Thanks, Benny. McStay doing a lot of work with the back line. Yes, he's done it, he's been doing it more and more over the last few weeks. We've seen, even when Darcy Moore is having a break in game, McStay actually covers him in the back line. I don't know if he's playing based on that. I think at some point on the side, I think with regards to this week, I think Darcy Moore's a chance to miss, but I also think Dan McStay is at some point going to play more of a role in the back line. There's so many moving parts. Darcy Moore back, Charlie Dean, Billy Frampton, and we'll get to Billy Frampton as well. Shane P. Anth, I think you and Manny are being a little too harsh on Darcy at the moment. Are you referring to the fact that I think Darcy Moore won't play? I don't think that's me being harsh. That's just me stating the facts. Look, Shane, mate, I'm going to have an opinion. Some people will like it, some people won't. Sometimes it's okay to agree to disagree. McStay is in the back line typically when Darcy Moore is on the bench to give him a spell. Sometimes late in quarters you'll see McStay in the back line to add that +1 as the loose. But if Darcy Moore does not play this weekend, I think we'll all but see McStay play in the back line.
Yeah, he did. He's moving around really well. We're pleased.
Bobby Hill looked great.
Yeah, he did. He's moving around really well. We're pleased with he got through 70% of the game as planned down at Frankston. And we haven't had match committee yet. We'll go and pick a squad very shortly and weigh all the things up. He trained really well amongst many others, to be honest.
So that was on Bobby Hill. Bobby Hill looks good. From my perspective, obviously Fly reciprocates that feeling that he looks ready to go. I couldn't see Bobby Hill being a sub against Brisbane. I think you just bring him in and let him free flow, man. This guy's raring to get back out there. Elder Manny, Yasso File, we are not missing out. We're not missing much today. He needs to lift. If he plays, you'll have your eyes glued on him. You won't be able to help it now. Thanks for the 10, Manny. Maybe they'll go towards some Slovakia when I'm at the G on Saturday. Maybe for me or my brother. Who knows? Manny. Daniel says, I love the way Ned Long goes about it. Can Long and Mitchell be in the same team? I can see it working as it will add more pressure on centre clearances. Yeah, Daniel. So the way I see it right now is it's a yes for now. I think the real litmus test is the game against Brisbane and the game against Adelaide, who are premiership fancies. So we're going to get a real idea of whether it's going to work or not. It worked against Richmond. It worked against Carlton. Can't say it worked against Gold Coast. So that's 2 returns from 3 games. Let's see now. Let's get a full sample size of 5 games, and that's probably the upper end of sort of how many games we can afford to see these players together before we need to make a decision. All right, just eat it slow. I know, man. I'm gonna have the quickies or the Gaviscon just in arm's reach, just in case I start with the indigestion again in the post game after that Slovakia.
Against Bob.
Sorry? The others, to be honest.
What is there to weigh up against Bob?
Sorry?
Needs a bit more match experience.
I think in the ideal world they probably do both need a little bit more, but we just weigh up what the team needs this week and then what's best for those guys longer term, as well as what's required this week. Are they fit and available to perform at a level that we'd like this week?
Does Bobby feel ready to come back at AFL level?
Yeah, I think he's excited to be back playing footy, and certainly last weekend he was really excited, and then today trained exceptionally well. And I think, regardless of if he plays or doesn't play, he looks like he's really happy, which is a good thing.
Is there a risk to play them both? Could they both be underdone?
Potentially, we're going to weigh all that up. you can go in with scenarios that just one play sub and one play, and
There's one play sub and there's one play. I think he's simply alluding to the fact that maybe we will see Jordan De Goey as a sub, Bobby Hill start. I think, do most of you agree with that? De Goey sub, Bobby Hill start. Titch to play on Neil, one of his good mates, is Shano. Yeah, probably. That'd be a decent assignment for Tom Mitchell, and it's probably something that's worked in the past. Maybe was there? Do you guys recall a bit of Tom Mitchell on Lockie Neal in the grand final? I think last year when Tom Mitchell played against Brisbane early in the year, he did quite well. It was one of his best games before he had that plantar fascia issue. They can also manage in games, so it's not necessarily always about resting completely. Yeah. Like, what is I think if De Goey plays as a sub, I think he comes on as a I'd like to see him in a centre bounce. So outside of that, how much more can you manage someone who's starting as a sub anyways? Maybe you play him a bit more forward, depending how early he comes on, if that's the case. All right.
We get the full control of what that can look like. I put so much trust in Jared Wade, our high performance team, and how much load he's done, what's the right way to do this, and we'll weigh all that up at match committee.
So are you expecting Darcy Moore to play then?
Yeah, we're anticipating plays, yeah. Yep.
How much does
We're anticipating he plays. What do you guys think? Honestly, you guys haven't really said much about Darcy in the chat. Do you think he plays or do you think he misses?
Come into consideration with those two?
We always weigh it all up, in terms of what the game could look like, game style, turnover game, stoppage game, high transition, whatever it looks like, and a quality opposition with lots to play for. So yeah, there's a bit to weigh up, isn't there?
With Geordie, obviously it's been so many sort of false starts and you've built him up, tried to build him up again. Do you err on the side of caution, or do you feel like this time you've got him right?
I have lived in that space a little bit throughout the last few weeks. What's the best build? For having those two, or just Geordie in particular, at his absolute best when we need him. There may be a case where we might just have to accept that it might not be 100% for the rest of the year. Again, we weigh all that up.
So what Fly said is very pertinent to the conversation. For those who were in the Pies presser yesterday, between Greatness and I, at the end of the day, you can preserve and be as conservative as you can with Jordan De Goey, but the reality is, with where we're at in the timeline of 2025 and where the season is at, with what games are left, the situation is a situation. We got 2 games that are within close proximity. Is it ideal for De Goey? No. Is he going to be 110%? Is he going to be 2023 De Goey? Don't know. We're playing a little bit of roulette with that, aren't we? But that is just the risk that presents. So either you can say, wrap him up in cotton wool and play him in the VFL or give him a week off. But I just feel like now's probably the time. Ideal or not, the situation is a situation.
Experts' opinions. Particularly Jared, and what he thinks is best for those players.
Dan McStay looked to be trading with the backs a bit today.
Yeah.
Can you talk us through what his role might look like in the last month of the year?
Yeah, we've been doing that for the last 3 or 4 weeks, to be honest. If you've watched us train, and just getting a little bit more experience down there. We don't have a huge amount of depth in that position, so getting him to train there at times, and then we've just been using him little hits down back. The last couple of weeks when Darcy Moore's had a spell, so just good experience, and I think he's enjoying the opportunity for a sea change.
Craig, can you talk us through this training block you're in at the moment? I mean, it's not unusual for teams at the top of the ladder to do it.
So as I said earlier in this stream, McStay probably spent the most amount of time with the back line that I've seen in recent weeks, in the 3-4 weeks that I've been. That has to do with the Darcy Moore absence. It has to do with, and we'll talk about Billy Frampton. It's unclear whether Billy Frampton will be in the side. Does Charlie Dean hold his position? I think there's a lot of moving parts. What does Chris say? Chris has put something in. Moore frustrates me so much. He plays far too loose on his opponents. I don't care if that's not his role. When he has to play on the big dogs, he needs to be on them himself. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I don't disagree. But yeah, some people see things differently, and that's the way it goes. Darcy needs a break. He's been doing it hard all season. It's starting to show. What are our thoughts on the latest news on Darcy Cameron potentially going to West Coast? Where was that? We can have a look at that after the press conference. Is that as recent as today? The judge says bring in Geordie for the Adelaide game. That could be an option, but I just don't want to drop games where we leave out players who could potentially have significant impact. And I truly believe Geordie De Goey as a sub against Brisbane could be huge. He'd be the ultimate sub coming into that game.
Towards the back end of the year, how long does it last for the ladder to do it?
Just good experience, and I think he's enjoying the opportunity for a sea change.
Craig, can you talk us through this training block you're in at the moment? I mean, it's not unusual for teams at the top of the ladder to do it towards the back end of the year. How long does it last for, and what's the percentage increase?
I think it's a bit overstated, to be honest. We just, because of the schedule, we got 6 days into a 5 that we just loaded up the last few weeks, and most teams would do that. I wouldn't think too much more into it than that.
What we see at training, what we've seen at training the last 3-4 weeks, if you watch the sessions I've been posting, guys, in between ball drills, in between skill drills and fundamental drills, you will usually see these players jump straight into a high effort straight line drill. Just a little bit of repeat efforts. Run up, walk back, run up, walk back. Just high effort sprints. I don't have the numbers for you, but if you just have a look at what they're doing in the videos, you'll get an idea of what the topping up looks like on the field. He was on Ungettable, was he? Yeah. Don't know, would DC really want to go to a club that's just not really it right now? I understand he's from Western Australia. I do get that side of things. But you're potentially giving up being a part of a dynasty side. If we can win a flag this year, we're going to be breathing the same air that of potentially the Hawthorns and the Brisbanes and the Richmonds of the world. So why wouldn't you want to compete for a flag this year and next year and beyond? Why wouldn't you want to tag team with Nick Dacos for the remainder of your career? Riley Beveridge also said Elliot, Howe, etc. are frustrated with us going after Sauce compared to the offers they're getting from the club. All this is clickbait garbage. Interesting. Good commentary on training today too. It helped make sense of things. I love going, and I'm trying to make sure that the video that I put out for you guys is the best quality and you guys get the most out of it. So I feel like doing the live commentary allows me to explain what's happening live in action, and I can comment as the session is going. Whereas if I do like a voiceover after the fact, it's hard. It's easy to miss the minutia or the minute things you see in the session. They're not, the videos for the training, they're not being received super well when it comes to perhaps the view count, but I'm assuming, because in the preseason they did really well, and at the end of the day, I really like doing them, so it's not going to be a matter of, they're not getting views, therefore I'm going to stop. But the preseason ones did really well. I think it's because I've popped up late again. I think there needs to be a consistency in posting that weekly training video for it to create some traction. So if you guys have any extra thoughts to that, let me know in the chat.
Yeah, Pendles will be back in. It's good to have him back in. He trained really well. Once we sort of decided he couldn't play or wasn't fit to play, we sort of went down a path of getting him really cherry ripe for this week. So we weren't conservative at all. It's just he just wasn't available. Now he trained all week, and we're excited to have him back.
You mentioned on the back of your losses you need to find that spark. Do you think you found that last week?
I don't know if we needed a spark. It's just a little reminder that certain parts of your game just need to continue to grow. And connection inside 50 versus Freo was really down. Plus 23 inside 50s, and we just didn't connect. So we went to work on that, and we found some growth. We did. We went to work on them. Our coaches looked at opportunities to grow, and we're going to continue to need that. This time of year we're qualifying, but we're getting feedback every week. Every feedback.
With regards in the last few weeks with the down return that we got against Fremantle. It was the last couple of weeks, a little bit of a glitch in the matrix. We're usually one of the more efficient sides going inside 50. I feel like I say that every week anyways. A lot of that would be considered through video review and what they can do differently. On a training ground, they probably don't want to give away too much, but you do see some drills where they're starting on the wing, they're doing dump kicks to the wing, and then getting the players to switch it over to the open side and usually find a fat side forward who might be a small forward in whichever case.
Game and defence is stacking up and our connection has been a little bit here and there at times, but still showing that we connected 50% of the time we went inside 50 last week, which was a positive thing.
Lockie Sullivan's season-ending injury.
Look at the look he gives some of the journos sometimes when he wants to emphasize a point. Like he's very, very happy with stating that 50% efficiency is a great number to have. Like look at the look in the man's eyes. Like this guy, he's unassuming, but I tell you what, I'd like to see what this man is like behind closed doors, because I know. I mean, he's a what? Is he a 3-time premiership player? Coming from Brisbane, you don't carry that and not have a foundation of grittiness and a little bit of arrogance behind all of that to sort of to give you that extra push when you want these things, when you're so determined to win certain things.
It's just stacking up and our connection has been a little bit here and there at times, but still showing that we connected 50% of the time we went inside 50 last week, which was a positive thing. 50%
of the time. Yep.
And Lockie Sullivan's season-ending injury, has he done enough to earn a new contract?
The time will tell on that. That's for others to discuss. But right now, I was chatting to him yesterday. I was in the love and care mode. Disappointed for the young lad. He's played 14 games this year, which shows that we're sitting in a good position.
Listen to this, okay? So listen to this part about Sullivan. The journo asks, has he earned himself a position for next season? Tell me what you think about this response.
On the ladder, and he's been a heavy part of that, so he can control only that. And right now, it's just love and care for him.
Back on this day, obviously, you've had a few hits to the back line, but how much?
I'll run it back. Maybe he already said
shows
it.
That the time will tell.
Season-ending injury.
Here we go.
We connected 50% of the time we went inside 50 last week, which was a positive thing.
And Lockie Sullivan's season-ending injury, has he done enough to earn a new contract?
The time will tell on that. That's for others to discuss. But right now, I was chatting to him yesterday. I was in the love and care mode. Disappointed for the young lad. He's played 14 games this year, which shows that we're sitting in a good position on the ladder, and he's been a heavy part of that. So he can control only that. And right now, it's just love and care for him.
What do you think? For my opinion on that response is, if it's Pendlebury or someone like that, their spot, he would be immediately stating that, hey, if Pendles wants to play on, we'll give him the contract. But I think Sullivan is in that awkward position where he might not know if he has a contract till the final days of when the list needs to be finalised. I think that's after the trade period or somewhere around that mark. I'm pretty sure it's around the draft period, where depending how we go with the draft and all that sort of stuff, I think it could be left quite late. So he could be one of the unfortunate ones to miss out on a contract potentially. Maybe best case scenario, is he already on the rookie list though? So yeah, there's a lot of water to go under the bridge when it comes to whether Lockie Sullivan will be there or not. And he's answering truthfully. He's answering truthfully, and the fact is, we just don't know if Lockie Sullivan fits into this list next year. That's the truth.
On this day, obviously, you've had a few hits to the back line, but how much do you consider the teams that are around you in the top four with their key forward stocks when you make a potential decision?
Yeah, I think it's just nice to have flexibility as a coach. You go, all right, there's, only a couple of weeks ago they had 4 tools. Do we want to just throw Dan back there for 5 minutes and just stabilise a little bit? So it's all getting finding out now. So then later on, or even as early as this week, you go, all right, let's just do that now. We've got a couple more tools to play with. Yeah.
Billy Frampton, one of those ones that you look to.
It was pleasing. Bill trained really well. Last week was a bit funny. He sort of come late to the party of playing, and which sort of led more for a high performance thing than a coaching thing. And I learned some good lessons. I should have had
I don't quite understand this part. Let me hear this again.
more tools to play with. Yeah.
Billy Frampton, one of those ones that you look to.
It was pleasing. Bill trained really well. Last week was a bit funny. He sort of come late to the party of playing, and which sort of led more for a high performance thing than a coaching thing. And I learned some good lessons. I should have had a good chat to him about what that looked like and set him up a bit better. And but we've had a good conversation earlier this week about, hey, come on, let's just get ourselves moving. He trained, like I said, well, and he'll be available for selection. We'll just have to weigh out whether he needs another week in the reserves or not.
So he's saying there that maybe Billy Frampton wasn't putting enough effort into his workload last week, or maybe he wasn't he needed to, the high performance team needed to see better metrics on the training field, and maybe Billy was holding himself back. Whereas this week, he's definitely shown a little bit more on the field when it comes to the metrics, the running numbers. It's a little. I'm a little bit riddled with why you wouldn't want to put Billy Frampton in the ones if he's available. He's played a game in the twos. Is part of that on acknowledging the game that Charlie Dean had? What do you think, guys? Do you think Billy Frampton playing in the twos, he was out for 4 weeks. He's already played a game in the twos. Why is he not coming back straight into the side, given how important he's been for us for the year? To me, that the innuendo behind that is Billy Frampton's spot is not a certainty, and he didn't probably impress well enough in the first game in the VFL. But my concern with Billy Frampton playing in the VFL is running the risk that he lowers his confidence. He's very much a confidence player, guys, Billy Frampton. So if he plays another game in the twos and doesn't play well, and Charlie Dean keeps doing his thing, look, it's a tale of two stories. This could be really good for Charlie Dean, but this could go horribly wrong for Billy Frampton. Flyers sharpening them up now, bro. It's crunch time. Not a chance. Flyers just talking riddles to keep Brisbane guessing. So you think Billy Frampton plays in the ones? I don't know. I don't know if he's playing riddles there. I'm a little bit concerned. I'd hate to see Billy Frampton in the twos, and it makes absolutely 0 sense to me. 0 sense. It can only mean he didn't play well enough in the twos. And Charlie Dean played well enough to throw a spanner in the works. I think Billy came back earlier than expected. They're being cautious. Nicole says, yeah, I'm worried he'll become out of touch and his confidence will drop in the VFL. That is my grave concern. Billy plays better with a chip on his shoulder. Nothing wrong with making players earn their spots. Bulls, that's a problem. I think the longer Frampton stays in the twos, it just concerns me. 100% Frampton plays. Frampton brings structure, stability for our backline. You don't really get that with Darcy Moore and Dean playing second fiddle. As if Dean is playing before Frampton against against Brisbane. Whew.
Jack Silvani?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and I'm confident to say that available for selection. We'll just have to weigh out whether he needs another week in the reserves or not.
Have you met with Jack Silvani?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and I'm confident to say that we'll keep exploring what the best version of us looks like, and when there's free agents available, we'll keep exploring those things.
Do you think you're a reasonable chance to get him at the end of the year?
Justin Lepich and Charlie Gardner do those things. I just met with a young man and worked out we had a first date and see if we liked each other.
Did you like each other?
Yeah, I could go on a second date with Jack.
Thoughts? So he's met. He's just fully disclosed that he's met with Jack Silvani. So for anyone who's on the other side of the fence that supports the Navy Blues and they think Jack is simply not going to Collingwood, it's not going to happen. The surname won't allow it. Why would he meet up with Fly from the Collingwood Football Club? Why would you go that far? Why would you? Guys, while we're here, actually, I have a question. I'm thinking of starting to do giveaways on a weekly basis. Now, what that looks like, maybe tickets to the game, maybe merch. If I put out a giveaway, I'll make it a poll. If I do giveaways for members only, would you consider becoming a member? I'm curious, right? At the end of the day, I'm looking for ways to bring money to the channel as well, which is an important. It's an important piece to this channel, as well as the community we're building. It's very common giveaways on channels, making a bit of money from it. So I'm curious if there was giveaways for things like brackets. Oh great, merch, tickets. Would you become a member for $5 a month? Is that something you guys would be interested in? $5 monthly. Here we go. Yes or no? Just I want to get a feel out there. I'm not going to do it if there's not enough interest. And you guys, the feedback is important. Feedback is important. Did I write a question? If I do giveaways, merch tickets for members only, would you consider becoming a member for $5 monthly? Okay. I need your feedback. So this is important. Anyways, I'll let that poll cook. Awesome idea. I'd love to see your channel grow. Cool. Brilliant. Great idea. Sweet. All right, So Jack Silvani is coming. Oh, he's every chance to wear the black and white. You're not having a meeting with the coach from the Collingwood Football Club. Silvani will be liking the idea of Fly as his coach, 100%. Tickets to games, yes. Tickets to games would be the idea. Anyone says no, Manny. Hey, Stewie. All right, let's finish off this press conference.
The retro kit.
Oh, well, I just got this out of my wardrobe. It was just sitting in there. No, this is retro round, and
So I could simply for next week purchase a retro hoodie. We could do a giveaway for that. I'm thinking there's these Sidey 350 hoodies that we could potentially put out. Problem is it's sizing, so the 350 stuff is limited. This merch sort of stuff I could probably do the giveaway, and then after that ask what size you're after and all that sort of stuff.
all the fans like it. You'd like the yeah.
Hey, Craig, we're waiting for you to play, mate. When are you coming in?
Yeah, I'll come and see you in a second. No, this is the part of the. We'll wear a retro jumper, and Brisbane will wear a version of theirs, and just turning back the clock just to promote the big game, which we're really excited for. The challenge against the team that won the premiership last year, and then obviously had a poor performance last week, and I hear nothing but they're looking forward to bouncing back. So we're well and truly aware what's coming.
Who's your favourite retro pie?
I like Renee Kink. He was the big tank. He was a mate.
Stewie, where's my historian? Renee Kink, who is that? Give me a history lesson. I won't be at training Friday, Buzz. I will not be, unfortunately. Work does not permit.
Yeah, to watch from afar, and Choco Williams and Greg Williams are South Australians that I loved growing up. So the jumper represented a little bit of the past, which we're excited for.
Carlton has upgraded their office to Jack fans are getting suicidal. Yeah, I love the Spices paper Silvani. It's huge. Silvani playing 100 games for the Pies so he can... Imagine that. Wow. That would be a spanner in the works. 1990 grand final player. There you go. Kink was a great player. He was great. Came in the club. The Hulk. Renee Kink. Let's have a look. Give me a second. Let's have a look at this big fella. The Hulk, they reckon, huh? Renee Kink. Jeez, bro. He legitimately looked like the Hulk. No shit. Look at this dude. What a tank. Far out. He wasn't a 1990 player. Was he 80s? Look at this. You see that? He was a hairdresser at St Kilda. Ex-Collingwood VFL player. Driving offence. Fair. Collingwood VFL? Before that. Nicole got her numbers wrong. Okay, yeah, I was going to say. Didn't sound like a 1990 player, did it? So 70s. So he played for Collingwood for 10 years. And then after that, it was all downhill. Was a hairdresser. Renee Kink. 22nd of November. In 1980, Kink and other players had a minor role in the movie The Club, which centered on the Magpies. So, guys, I've heard of this movie, The Club. What are your thoughts on it? Is it worth watching? Pants Mullane. Never forget Pants Mullane. Never forget. Ella Theodoraki. Efkaristo. Thank you. Welcome to Champai, my friend. I appreciate the support. By the way, with the giveaway, so 80% say yes regarding that. Okay, I'll keep it in mind. I appreciate it, guys. Goes to Footy each week. Loves the pies. We love to see that. Fly Covenant Tank, which was the name of the character he played in The Club. He's played in 5 losing grand finals. Wow. Stewie, you're in the movie. You better watch it. It was good. See ya, Anthony. Great show. Where can I watch it? Where can I... Is it on a streaming platform somewhere? Wowee. Wait, so is it a Collingwood-based thing? What is it? The club pays a high price for Tasmanian recruit. Who is the club? Is the club Collingwood? It is, yeah? It was inspired by the backroom dealings and antics of the Victorian Football League's Collingwood Football Club. The film was produced in 1980. Canopy, YouTube. If anyone's in Discord, if anyone's in the Discord and can find the club on a streaming platform, message me either on Instagram or Discord, or you can just put a comment on this video once it's all done. Oz Movies. It's set at Victoria Park, or maybe I'll get to learn a little bit about Victoria Park. Hey, Stewie? How long have we got? We got another 20 minutes in us before I go training. Manny, let's get Manny on. Let's get Manny. Give me a second. Let's see what the Malaka's up to, huh? He helped Mullane steal a bus. The club is Collingwood, and the story is based on the Peter Eakins deal. The club, Collingwood FC, about, yep. Had it on DVD. Now it's on Prime. Okay, huge. Open Discord in browser. Is Manny in the chat? Let me just get this sorted. Where's my Pies Footy? Here it is. Let's go here. It's a Pies movie screenplay. As a 12-year-old Stewie. Yasu.
Hawkeye, what are you doing, Hawkeye?
Mate, I can't believe I missed it, bro. An hour into the session, I didn't realize Darcy Moore wasn't there.
Yeah, that cracked me up when I heard that.
You know, what happens is I'm in autopilot when I'm there, man. I'm just recording and I'm not really thinking.
Yeah, but you should have watched. It's echoing again. Give me on StreamYard.
I'll put my AirPods in.
StreamYard.
I'll put my AirPods in.
Oh, put them in.
One second, bro. Ella, talk.
Ella.
Let me put this.
Echoing.
Yeah, let me put this through my AirPods. Sorry, guys. Input device. AirPods. Ella. File.
Hello.
Malakis.
That's better. Fuck, you worked it out, buddy, huh?
I don't know what happened here.
You're
Anyways,
working out a lot of shit lately, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. You're working out a lot of shit lately. You're working out Darcy Moore's not performing. You're working out the iPod, the earphones. Good job, bro, Malaka. You couldn't work out Darcy Moore wasn't at training. You should have watched him at training to see how high he gets up the ground. I want to see whether he does it at training.
he wasn't there.
Geordie was training in the midfield. I saw the video. Geordie was training with Pendlebury in the midfield. I reckon he's coming in this week.
I'd be surprised if he's got through the full session. He did the conditioning part of the session as well. I think he's in, man.
What have got to lose today? If he breaks down, he breaks down. That's just life. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
He just, you know what? Just bring him in. Start bringing the big boys in and get the job done. Simple.
Simple as that, huh?
Oh, fuck. Well, nothing to lose.
What do you think about Billy? Is Billy Frampton going to come in?
Down, bro. Just make him sub. Then play him a full game against Hawthorn. Fly nose. They're the little big boys from us. Fly nose, they're dangerous. He wants the best players in because he knows Geordie can turn the game. I'll play him 30% midfield and the rest forward line.
Well, what about Billy Frampton though?
Yeah, I'm playing Billy as well there. How can you play Dean? How can you play Dean over Frampton when Dean's played one good game against kids against Richmond? Brisbane will rape Dean there. They'll rape him. Telling ya.
It didn't seem like a certainty that he's going to play in the ones. You reckon he's just trying to trick Brisbane? Trick him for what?
He's not trick. Put it this way. I don't look at him tricking players. I'll look at Fly's recent history of picking in the team. He's always picked Frampton over Dean. Dean's always been a depth player when we got injuries. So Frampton's coming back in. Simple. The Brisbane forwards will rip Dean to shreds. If you got Darcy Moore out of form, and then you got Dean in there as well, and you're playing against Brisbane, the way they move the ball, we're going to get opened up there. Telling ya, opened up Wally.
So you reckon Dean out, Billy Frampton in, huh?
100%.
Dom says, fire us up, Manny. Fire us up, Manny, says Dom.
Who deserves a spot there? Dean's played one good game out of 11. Frampton's been consistent. Who are we playing? Makes no sense.
Yeah.
And Malaka.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Malaka.
Yeah.
You got a problem. You got a problem now. You know what the problem is?
Talk to me.
You got the Manol. You got the Manny Costo problem now. I guarantee you, now that you've locked on Darcy Moore, when you're at the game on Saturday night and you're behind the goals there, you won't be able to help yourself now, and you'll be locked on him. You're gonna watch him do some shit like you haven't seen before. Now you won't be able to help yourself. It's just human nature. What now that you've locked on, now that you're watching him, you're gonna watch him properly now. Watch.
Nah, leave him alone. Leave him alone, man. He's had a couple bad games.
Darcy Moore's never gonna defend again the way you defended before. We should have all known that he was gonna drop his gun the way he's been defending before. Darcy Moore's never gonna defend again the way he defended before. Fucking shit kicker. You better fucking
George Michael. Repusti, nato. Ella.
How you like it, huh?
Kayla's Manny, repusti, Ella.
Ella.
Were you singing in the mirror? Were you singing in the shower, fucking practicing that before you got in here, huh?
The way you defended before, we should have all known better than he's gonna spoil the ball. Punch the ball over the boundary. No, he's never gonna defend again the way you defended before. I'm like a better lift, man. I'm watching him like a hawk this week. Don't worry.
When are you coming to Melbourne to watch a game?
The pressure's got to him now. That's why he took leave off training today. The pressure got to him.
All right, let's move on, man. Leave the skipper alone. What else have you got for me?
Well, Brisbane. You want to talk about Brisbane, or you want to wait till tomorrow night and get the teams out first?
What do you think about like a Tom Mitchell on a Lockie Neal? What do you think about that?
Who on Lockie Neal?
Tom Mitchell.
Who on Lockie Neal? Mitchell?
Yeah, the Wombat.
Yeah, well, what's that going to achieve? All you're going to do is you're going to take out Wombat and you're going to take out Neal. It's going to be a normal. The other players are going to go for it. They won't do that. It'll be system on system.
Mm.
They might put Dunkley. They might put Dunkley on Nick Dacos for a while, just to quell Nick Dacos. But they're going to come out ruthless. If you think that they're not going to come out hard from last week, they're going to come out rock solid. I guarantee it's going to be on. The first quarter and a half is going to be full on footy. Finals like footy.
Oh yeah. What about the Ashcross versus Dacoses, huh? The Dakai, what do you reckon?
Yeah, Dakai sits over the Ashcross there. Don't worry, the Ashcross, they're good, but they're not good as the Dakai, mate.
They're starting to heat up though, them Ashcross kids, huh?
Especially with the heritage top on, mate. It's got to be back to the old Peter Dacos fucking manoeuvres. I'm telling you. What do you reckon's going to happen? You nervous, huh?
Nah, I'm keen, man. I think people can tell in the chat. This is like the most keen I've been in a while, for many reasons.
Well, you're telling me the MCG sold out. You couldn't get tickets.
So I didn't. You know, with the tickets, the Malakir, man. Like you have to, when the tickets get released, you've got to pick certain games before other games get like. You can't. At least early in the season, when I was trying to buy tickets, games were getting sold out quickly. So you'd have to pick in the space of 10, 15 minutes, which 2 games out of this 6 are you going to pick, that sort of stuff. So I'm not sure what happened this time around because I didn't actually try to get tickets. But Benny Zero in the chat, he's looking after me and my brother. So we're going to go with him on Saturday.
Malakia, is it raining on Saturday?
Oh, let's check. By the way, in the chat, are you guys having that issue still with tickets? Like when the tickets get released in 6-week periods, segments, blocks, whatever you want to call it, are you having to pick 1 or 2 blockbuster games? Because I know early in the season it was blockbuster after blockbuster, and therefore the ticket allocations did not last very long, and there was massive waiting list. So I'm curious to hear you guys. So weather for Savato, Yato Savato. Ja Savato.
4.
Savato. Dekapende, 15 degrees. The chance of morning fog, slight chance of a shower, and that's about it.
Yeah, they're gonna play their short kicking game on us. We have to make sure we press up on them. They're gonna play their short kicking game on us. That's their slow. They play the short kicking game from back 50. They find the target on the 45, straight through the middle, and they go to their forward. So we've got to press up on them, and we've got the player that tackles has to roll back from behind and tackle the player that's coming towards him with the ball. They've got to keep rolling around to the ball carrier. That's how they play the Munya. So they build the ball up and they move it quickly now as well. They're moving it quicker than before.
Yeah. Hey, listen. What do we got to do to get you to Melbourne? If we're in a prelim or a granny, what are we doing to get you here?
Yeah, don't worry about me getting there. You worry about you getting there. I told you. I like watching games on TV better because I can see more things, bro.
You don't have to go to the games. You just come.
Yeah, we'll see. You might come up there and we'll just run amok.
Yeah.
We'll do content.
Mate, if I'm with you, I feel like I'm not going to sleep for bloody 6 days if you come here, man. I'm worried.
Nah, you sleep, Malaka. You sleep. Don't worry. You sleep.
I don't know,
but
man.
you know when you watch it, when you watch on TV, you can see what's going on properly. When you're at the ground, if the ball's not on your side of the ground, you can't see nothing, bro. Depends. When I usually go to the ground, I'll sit lower. Maybe if you sit up high, you can see more. I'm not sure. I've never sat up high. I've always sat on the bottom level.
Mm. Yeah. There's a bit of traction in the chat. Let's all get chip in to get Manny to Melbourne. Get Manny in the grand final parade. Group meet up. Imagine sitting next to Manny for a game. Mate, you're hot property. I'm telling you.
Yeah, don't worry about it today. We'll build this channel up. I told you. We don't apologise tonight. We don't apologise to no one. Our coach is ruthless. Our players are ruthless. See what the coach does? They ask him about Jack Silvani, and he comes out and he says, "Yeah, I've spoken to him." And what are you going to do about it? Huh? What are you going to do about it? We talk to whoever we want to talk to. We make the rules. We don't apologise to no one. And we take no prisoners. We don't beat around the bush. That's what we love. That's how you got to be, bro. No mucking around. Simple. I've seen Carlton videos there, and I feel sorry for the content creators, right? A couple of them have got tears in their eyes when they're talking about Jack leaving Carlton. Absolutely losing it. I still don't know if it's going to happen. It's more of a possibility now. I don't know if it will happen because they've upped their contract offer to him now. But if he's met with the coach, apparently, I think Moore's met with him because he's good friends with Darcy Moore. The Dacos are good friends with him, and Houston as well. So he's got more friends at Collingwood than what he does at Carlton.
Yeah, Houston, all that sort of stuff.
Houston. Yeah, Dacos and more as well. And you better lift before Saturday night. You better get that chant going. This is critical. 8-point game, and we need to start. We need to start good for once today. The last 4 or 5 weeks we've started like shit. We need to start good, and we've got to keep close with them first quarter. We don't want to be down 3-4 goals. For some reason, we've been starting shit lately. I don't know what it is. At the start of the season, we're putting 4 or 5 goals on teams.
All right, now's the time to really get going. True?
Now's the time to bring all the big boys back. Bring them all back. Bobby Dazzler, get Geordie back in, get the defence solid. And now the finals start this week. 8-point games all the way through. It's crunch time. Now we're going to get warmed up wildly. Now it's come. Now we're gonna see who's who. All the pretenders are gonna get pushed aside, and we're gonna see who's who. Either the big boys. Now we're gonna see now we're gonna separate the boys from the men. You're gonna see now some real footy. That's what we love to see, buddy. Real footy.
Yeah, don't blow your top off, mate. It's only Wednesday, yeah. Still got a few days before you can lose it. All right, before you erupt.
Don't worry. This let me tell you something, buddy. This comes natural for me. When I talk about my beloved Collingwood, it all flows naturally. It just comes out like it's normal. Don't worry about it. I want you to lift. You better start lifting now. You got to get the boys up and about. It's crunch time. No more mucking around, buddy. It's time. Now it's time, mate.
All right,
your brother knows it. Your brother lifts, mate.
You're about to blow a top here, mate.
Your brother lifts, mate. I can tell he lifts.
Yeah, he lifts. Don't worry. Trust me. He lifts, that's for sure.
The chat's lifting now as well. The chat's starting to lift as well. I've noticed the chat's starting to lift.
I need to just sort of quell the emotions here. Just stem the emotions for a second, because it's just Wednesday, yeah? We don't want to be too excitable before it even gets to Saturday. Let's temper it. Let's time it right, yeah? Let's climax together, Pusti.
Yeah.
True?
You know what you do? You know what you do to Malacca?
Yeah.
Take a camera, take a GoPro with you and hide it somewhere in the ground where you're sitting there and make out you don't know where it is. I want to see your natural reactions at the footy game. We'll see if you got lift in you.
Nah, that won't make YouTube, bro. It won't make YouTube. It won't make YouTube. Simple.
Well, watch along did.
It won't make
watch along did for your film, mate. The watch along did.
Yeah. The Gold Coast one.
Against Gold Coast. Yeah, you're lifting wildly. You're lifting wildly, buddy. Wildly.
All right, mate. Let's call it.
All right, buddy. Always take it easy.
See you tomorrow, huh?
That's all.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday evening. We shall see you tomorrow for the Magnets for team selection. Probably get going at about 5:30. So until then, go Pies.
Bye.